Good morning. It is clearly morning and it's a snow day and I'm not putting makeup on to show you guys how to make these cheesy hash brown waffles. So this is what you get. But I found this recipe and I'll link the recipe down below, but all of my kids like it and I rarely make breakfast. We are slow moving in the morning around here. So I figured it's a snow day, I'll make them some breakfast. And I like this recipe because even the kids that don't like eggs like this recipe because it mostly just tastes like hash browns and cheese. So let me show you how I make it. Okay, I have my hash browns in a bowl. The recipe calls for 20 ounces of the refrigerated hash browns, but I just had frozen and it's a 30-ounce bag. And I think what I did before was I just doubled all the recipes because we like it a little bit, like not as dry, we like it a little bit wetter. So I am going to do 6 eggs, beat those up with a half a cup of milk. And then I will add the cheese and everything after that. Whoa. Okay, put your hand under it and carry it to the garbage. There you go. And then wash your hands. Okay, I forgot to mention I already have my waffle. This is the griddler. This is one of my favorite things. It has these plates that interchange. And so I already have that heating up, which is important because you want it super hot when you are ready. So we will just add the milk and get these whisked up.
I thought it was what?
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so we'll just add this to our hash browns. All right, Jericho, you can start putting handfuls of cheese in.
Yeah.
Stirring. Okay, let's get that stirred up a second before you add more. You can get the salt and pepper out too. Oh, we're just going to add some salt and pepper. This is a lot of potatoes, so you kind of need a lot of seasoning. And I don't have, the recipe calls for chives. I don't have chives, but I do have, let's see, I do have these minced onions, so I think I'm just gonna add some of those. All right, that's good, buddy. I think I'm gonna add some of these. Here, take the top off of that for me, will you? So I'm just going to add some of these to kind of give it that flavor. All right, put the top back on. All right, so now this is pretty much done. So now I'm going to spray this really well, and that is super important because it's potatoes and it will stick terribly if you do not spray it really bad. But then we like to put toppings on it. Like some kids like it just plain, so I'll cook some plain. And then I have some bacon in the fridge that I'll sprinkle on top of some of them. You can do ham on top. You could do peppers and onions in here if you wanted to. And so the other nice thing is I made like a double batch here. And then whatever we don't use this morning, I will just put a cover on it and put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow, it's still perfectly good and we can cook up some more tomorrow morning. Alright, you want a nice even layer. And you don't want it super thick because you want it to get crunchy. Unless you like mushy hash browns, but we like crispy hash browns in our house. So, let's do a little bit more. Okay, that's about as thick as I'm gonna make it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of bacon to 2 of them here. And then I'm just gonna shut the lid and let it cook till it's nice and crispy. And I like to press it down just for that crispy thing. We like them crispy. Okay, it's getting there, not quite done yet. Okay, we are gonna call this done. I'm gonna see if I can get it off. Yeah. So I would probably ordinarily even let these go a little bit longer, but the kids are gonna go with my parents, and so they're gonna be here in just a little bit. So we're gonna call this good. The eggs are all cooked, the cheese is all melted, and it's somewhat crispy. Here, Journey, that's yours. You wanna get the ketchup out? Okay, here's a bacon one for Jalea. And they will probably just have some fruit with it or something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna start with batch number 2. Do the same thing. And we prefer to eat these fresh, so that's why I'm not gonna cook up the whole bowl, you know, and put them in the refrigerator. We prefer to just leave the bowl like this, and then I will cook some more tomorrow. So that they're fine microwaved, but they're just better straight out of the waffle iron. All right, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. This was just a good one that I had happened across on Pinterest and decided, because I was really looking for some egg recipes that my non-egg lovers would be able to eat. And so this one was a hit. All the kids like it, we like it. So I hope you will take the recipe and make it at home. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.